about it. I never saw that movie. It looked
Gods of Egypt.
Yeah.
whatever. It
Yeah.
looked horrible. I was like, I'm not wasting my money on this film.
Oh, fair
Gunstar
enough.
Legend is thinking it's Brad Pitt with Troy.
Hey, look, we're dropping.
That's a possibility.
Now we can stop talking about movies and talk about warships.
All right. Yeah.
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 I
Let's
guess-
get back to what I'm good at and you guys.
I guess
are
after
much better at.
25 hours of streaming this tournament, we're just looking for something else to talk about for a change.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna force feed you all Top Gun after this.
All right, here we go. Dropping onto Islands of Ice. Take a quick look at team comps. PSV, double Montana, Des Moines, bringing back Sparrows, Minotaur, double Hindenburg, and double Gearing. That's exactly what we saw last game, isn't it? No, they didn't have the Des Moines
Yeah.
last game.
No, they didn't. Warplanes was not in Des Moines.
Yeah, he was in the Montana, I think. I guess him and War Eagle, or maybe they. No, I see
Serious
War
business
Eagle
between
and
War
Warplanes, and
Montana.
it's like the same.
So I mean, the thing is, we saw already. Wasn't it this map, Raptor, with Jack Sparrow and the Minotaur going all the way up to A, getting himself nailed by 07?
Yeah, that was yesterday. They were on the other
Yeah.
side of the map, though. They took Sparrowed in from the west spawn. Today they're in the east spawn, so let's see if they employ him better, differently? I don't know. I mean,
Shark bait
yesterday we
with some-
saw him charge into the cap, hold the cap points down, but eventually die. Like it was inevitable once he went in there. He could not. The only two ways out of that cap were well, there was only one way out of that cap. He was going to die. Like it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, we're all just watching that. We're like, you're gone. See
Yeah.
ya. It's that Fist of the North Star moment, you know. Nani?
Captain Tyrrell over on my chat is deciding that we need to stream Top Gun for the audience.
We need to start streaming playing with the boys. You mean? Body's working overtime.
You know, Zaf, this has given me an idea. Watching these guys sink their Ryujos, I'm going to go find a cheap Japanese captain for my Ryujo for casting competitive and give him emergency takeoff so I can bomb myself and then land the bombers. No, it makes sense. Like, why not?
Yep.
It's a good
Yep.
idea. I would not have thought of it, which is bad because I should have, but I didn't.
See, even we are learning new things,
That's
guys.
right. That's right. EU's teaching me something. How about them apples?
That's right. So we're looking at looks like PSV doing an AC split with Gearing and Minotaur going into the middle, Jack going into that little island by B. Ew. Don't know
Omni
if I
looks
like
as if
that.
they're got quite a bit of force going down to sea. Hindenburg, Montana, Hindenburg, sending Gearing, Montana, Zhao up north. Des Moines looks like he's headed south as well, as we've already got a Gearing dipping his toes into B. Looks like he might be plane spotted shortly.
Yep, as the enemy Ryujo goes down. Oh,
Yep.
there goes Omni's Ryujo.
Yep. Flambass in B already as Teacup Yuri headed to C.
Is Flambass going to get the B cap for free here? He's about
No,
three
he's
quarter of
not.
the way covered.
Darth Crater's about to get into B on the literally directly opposite him, just south of that little island on the EF line. And Sparrowed is right behind him. Now this is interesting. Sparrowed now looks like he's going to be working the B cap this game rather than the A cap, and that's going to leave him subject to a lot of different fire from several different directions if he's not positioned well.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I was saying I'm not sure about that. I mean, that's really exposed. That's a small island to hide behind.
Well, see, the thing, guys, is that if you take it out wide, really far up north, something like B4, maybe C4, if you're at the northeast corner of it, you can get shots into that location from a very nice angle. But since it doesn't appear Omni is doing that here at the beginning, the spot is a bit more tenable than one might think, at least here at the beginning. But of course, if the Montana and the Zhao do push up there, which I expect fully, then it could be a problem for them, for PSV.
Now, Mingyu reversing into A is going to cap A because Teacup Yuri turned around and is not going towards the cap anymore. Looks like they're going to go ahead and give PSV A early on. And then I'm not sure how that's going to go. Flambass even backing out of B. I'm not sure why, but he ran out of B.
Torps
Maybe the Torps made him move. I see the Torps were going by him.
could have spooked him. Yeah, it could have spooked him. I don't know if those were spotted for a significant amount of time before he did catch those, but that's neither here nor
Well,
there.
that's going to give Crater the ability to pick up B, and once again, we'll see, it looks right now as if we'll see PSV go up 2 caps very quickly here on Islands of Ice as Omni tries to rotate their destroyers south. It looks like both destroyers now charging hard down the 4 line. Teacup Yuri going to get into B, as it looks like they've decided they're going to rotate Flambass down to C for the cap, because why not? They know there's no destroyer down there.
It's interesting that Flambass has taken some damage. I wonder how that happened.
Random shells, maybe? It's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
He was smoked up,
yeah.
so like we were saying earlier, when you smoke like that, you're just giving the enemy team, hey, shoot in this area.
Yeah.
Well, also remember, guys, at the highest tiers of competitive play, 20 kilometers away, he's starting to move. No matter, I'm throwing shells out. Because even if I get 1 over penetration, that's still a bit of damage.
Serious business. Spotted again under a lot of fire down there on the 7-8 line.
We also have to take into account the fact that these guys are probably playing with RPF or radio location, so they know the general location of these destroyers.
Very possible.
That is a good, yeah, that's something that I have seen pretty consistently. Not everybody runs it, of course.
As Flambass is about to get onto the northwestern edge of C, Teacup Yuri behind the island on the western edge of B on the EF line, looking like he's going to take over Flambass's old position. He's got plenty of air cover overhead from El Dudaso.
Captain Jack got spotted, but I don't think anybody was in a position to hit him.
PSV moving out to a little over 100-point lead here with 5 minutes gone on the back of 2 quick caps that honestly Omni kind of just let them have. Darth Crater now moving south. Looks like he's going to try and dip into C, possibly to contest, but that might be a bit of a mistake. Especially since now that he's left B, there is nobody there to contest it on behalf of PSV. Now, Ming Yu looks like he's going to push down. He's going to kind of mimic what we saw TWA do last game. It looks like he's going to come down the 5-6 line right through the gap and get into B from the north. Maybe.
The question is, and I don't think
Teacup Yuri's got torpedoes coming in. I don't know if the desync is going to screw with us. No, he's going to take one right in the
Yuri
middle.
Took one.
Ooh,
big hit on Yuri.
Big hit. That's about a full health hit right there.
Yeah, Yuri's down to about 8,200 hit points here in the early going as he gets back into the cap.
Yep.
And torpedo bombers now trying to work their way across the middle of the cap. Looks like they might try to fish for him. They are fishing for him in that smoke with shells. No hits.
Yeah, they're fishing. They're fishing.
Oh, very close.
But it looks like it's spooked Yuri. He's going to leave the cap once again as as Flambass picks up C to start ticking up some points on behalf of Omni. Now, Omni has a tremendous amount of firepower at C. They seem to know this. They are pushing right through this cap.
They have to.
This is a very bold play to make very early on in the game. Obviously, with the tier 10 meta, you don't usually see 4 ships inside a C, or maybe more than that. No, 5 ships. You don't usually see 5 ships inside of a cap this early on, but this is...
Well, to their credit, PSV recognizes it. The Montana on the 8 line, their other Montana, that's War Eagle, is coming south as Business and Wong Spammer continue to just kind of kite away as best they can, but they're going to run out of map soon. They're going to have to turn north or start maneuvering in a very small area just to hold the range open.
Yep. Serious Business coming under a lot of fire right now.
Yep.
He's got to go down to give Omni a chance here.
Well, Omni about 200 points down now with 12 minutes to play. No ships dead. Yuri's probably the closest thing they have to a real threat to fall off the board. PSV as a group, overall, very healthy. Serious Business, however, under a tremendous amount of pressure here in the early going.
I gotta admit, guys, we're not even 8 minutes into the game, and PSV has already got 530 points, and of course that's going to go up by 6 every, 4 or 5 seconds?
That's every 6 seconds, yeah.
6 seconds? That's significant. That is a very significant amount of points to have. Oh, Hindenburg took a decent hit.
I was surprised to see Omni elect to give up both caps early, like that quickly.
Yep.
Yes, well, it's actually really impressive. Really quickly, Zath, it's impressive because the destroyers went to A and B for both sides, and that just doesn't happen very often. Where one side gets both caps when both sides' destroyers go to the same caps. That's very, very rare.
But we saw Flambass headed out of C back to B. Ming Yu has now rotated down. He's with Sparrowed right there on the edge of B. Darth Crater is well away from the caps, way back on the 8 line, and I'm sorry, in G8. Not sure what he's doing back there precisely, but he's now looks like he's going to turn and try and get back into B. Ming Yu is smoking Sparrowed. It looks like they're going to try and push up and certainly going to contest Flambass's attempt to catch B. Flambass has torps in the cap, but they are spotted.
I don't like that Mingyu is stationary and started the smoke. He should be at least moving at a quarter.
Yeah, should be moving already. Some torps going across the cap. Let's see, are they going to land anything?
The thing I wanted to mention is that Omni, they've got 2 ships that are on the other side trying to prevent a push through A, but the push isn't at A, so they have to rotate them or do something with these guys.
Yeah, there pretty much is no reason for anybody to push at A. Sparrow now trying to inch around the island. Ming Yu right there with him. But they're gonna give up this cap. Basically, they're not gonna be able to stop strangers from capping. They'll be able to get in and can hold the points down. Possibly start flipping it back, depending on what Flambass does immediately thereafter.
And things Omni knows that the Minotaur is there.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, there's no surprise here.
Well, if you look now, the Omniforce has now left C. They're on the 5 line, pushing out of C into B. It's going to be tough because there's nobody really in B or in that area really able to slow them down very well.
One thing I will say, the Des Moines on Omni's side, Evo side, has moved into a position hugging the island in Gulf 5, but unfortunately, I don't think his radar in that position has enough range to reach up here. I don't think so. Not at the current.
Even if he can hit the radar, he's not going to be able to hit Sparrow. There's going to be no way for him to get shells over that island. It's too steep. Big staring contest at B now as both destroyers holding each other's points down. About 130 points. Sorry, 230 points separate these 2 teams. Half the match gone now. PSV with a pretty solid lead. Both teams ticking points up at the same rate if nothing changes. Well, PSV will go on to win, but of course something will have to change. We know Omni won't let it stay static.
Did Darth Crater take a torp or something? Because I see that he got chunked and I didn't catch it.
Let's see. I missed it. I've been looking at Flamu's side for a moment. Let's check back over.
Yeah, he did.
He must have taken something. He did take a decent chunk here as a torpedo strike coming in on that group down there. Wong Spammer and Dory moving some fighters in to try and stave that off. Now, it's interesting. It looks as if they've rotated Crater south. That Hindenburg, Montana, serious business, and Wong Spammer are now pushing west on the I line to try and continue pressuring the Omni forces in that area because they know the destroyer has left.
Yeah, and Jack's flank is secure now. That's the thing, is that they didn't push through C, so they don't have a flank shot on Jack.
Well, and PSV still has 2 ships sitting in A, literally sitting in A. They need to. I feel like they really need to push these guys down. If they move that Des Moines up, if they were to bring that Des Moines down and move him closer, granted he's got a Montana in front of him, so he has to be cagey, but that would be like sticking him on the backside of that island, maybe in about D4. That'd be a really nasty place to put him.
Hey, do you guys see where War Eagle is positioned? Obviously, Evo side's Des Moines is in smoke right now, but that's going to make him play a bit more timidly when that smoke eventually does dissipate, because that angle that he is at, he just went unspotted at Echo 7, Echo 8, the border there. That's a good spot to be able to lob shells, and it looks like there are some coming from him.
Did
he catch the Des Moines? Yep, there it is, just as I said. Not a big hit, but still 8K is a pretty nice chunk nonetheless.
It's a decent chunk, can't really argue with that. B-cap going nowhere as each team ticks up 3 points every 6 seconds. PSV on about a 230-point lead here with 7 minutes to play.
It almost looked like Sparrow is running smoke for Minotaur, because I think that smoke area is a British cruiser smoke screen.
It's possible. I can't tell, and I can't turn the camera to check.
I know, right?
Well, I think it is, Zeth, because you see what Evoside's doing in his Des Moines? He actually had to turn 2 and get out of that position. That tells me that it was actually the radar. So very nice play right there.
Torpedoes going into the smoke south of B. Let's see if Flamu's... Yep, Flamu's going to show us, but there's nobody in that smoke. Evoside's Des Moines has now left that smoke entirely. He takes a broadside. Ooh.
Oh, boy!
Decent chunk there. Evoside takes a decent hit from serious business.
Look at that range, though.
Yeah,
it was like 20
20 clicks.
kilometers.
Yeah, 20 clicks and change.
excellent long-range shooting.
Well, they've
I
pushed
wish I was
Evaside's
this-
radar back off the cap. That's going to basically free Ming Yu to just do what he's been doing. No worries about him chilling out and sitting there. Oop, hang on. Looks like he's under a bit of a torpedo attack there. Nope, sorry, I got my icons confused. Those are friendly bombers.
Guys, serious business is in trouble here. I mean, I know he's got
Yes, he
about
is.
half of his hit points left, but in this point, he is sitting bow on to
Yeah.
those forces at sea, and he needs to go undetected.
There's a
here
gearing of
really
Montana
quickly.
and 2 Hindenburgs down there. This is going to be rough. They're going to probably focus him off the board. Now, where's Darth Crater? Crater was down there. Crater could smoke him.
Crater has used a smoke already on
Yeah.
the Hindenburg.
Yeah, I see it. Crater is there.
So I
I
don't know
think
what
maybe they've
Crater's
just
doing by
realized
getting
that business
closer.
is in trouble. Business on 3 fires now, or maybe 2. He's probably got fire prevention. Decent
Pretty
chunk
good
there
hit.
off of one of the Hindenburgs as Wong Spammer gets into the action to try and take some of the pressure off his battleship friendly, but not looking good. Once again, the
No, it's
Omni
not.
push through C kind of materializing here a little later than we expected, but finally seeming to come as PSV crosses the 800 point barrier.
You can see Darth is getting in position to smoke Sirius as soon as his smoke is ready, but
Yeah, he's going to leave him a nice
Yep.
pretty line.
that's another
TK's
30, 40 seconds, I think.
TK's got an angle, guys. I don't know if serious business is going to be able to get out of dodge here.
I
I,
don't think
I
so.
really don't.
There's the smoke. Darth Crater's smoke starting up right now. I was fixing to say his old smoke had dissipated, so it should be coming up. They'll be able to smoke business. They will not have eyes on him here.
Oh, where did that happen? That was up north.
Oh, goodness, that's a big kill.
THD.
Ooh, now here's something we hadn't expected. Omni now pushing the Montana and the Zao through the gap up at A. That leaves the Des Moines all by himself. That's could be dangerous.
Finally gonna threaten Jack Sparrow's positioning.
Not really Sparrow's position, but certainly the Des Moines up there. Who is that? Warplanes Tiger.
Mm-hmm. But they've got that Montana there, War Eagle.
Cat and
You can
mouse
see
game
he's turning
continuing
north
at sea.
already.
Sparrow beginning to take some of these ships under fire as he starts firing on, who is that? Potent. Potent's Montana pushing through the gap.
Oh boy. Who is that? It's the Wong Spammer. Luckily, he got inside the gearing smoke screen down
Yep.
there. Oh no, he's spotted again. He's only
Yeah.
10 kilometers away from T-Kane, so PSV needs to focus on T-Kane right now because Wong Spammer this close, it's going to be some big
Well,
hits.
Omni
potentially.
also pushing B. Look where Evaside has moved to now. Ming Yu
Yep.
definitely not safe anymore in that position. Des Moines
Yep.
radar in the cap.
T-Kane. I don't know if
TK's
T-Kane's going to go down
gonna eat a torp, I think. That might be. No, he's gonna dodge
No,
it.
he's good.
Yeah,
He's
he'll
going to
dodge.
dodge it. You see what Dudaso is doing, keeping the fighters circling around T-Kane so it cannot get picked off
Yep.
from a surprise CV attack by Dory.
Well,
Nice play right there.
they've now with forces into A and both other caps in Omni's control, they've halted
Evoside's
PSV's
eating a
points
torp.
game. Evaside under a lot of threat here in B. He's now not spotted.
Uh-oh.
Shells
The
coming
Des
in.
Moines up at A has a broadside
Yep.
on him. There it is. There it
Oh,
is.
Evaside is in trouble here. They're gonna punish him
He
for this
gone.
B push.
He's gonna die here.
Yeah,
Yep,
here
goodbye.
come the Des Moines shells. There he goes.
He overextended.
That's going to allow them to get Ming Yu back into B and probably flip. I'm not sure where Flambass has moved to. Let's have a quick check.
Business is dead too.
Flambass is still
And
in the
Best is
cap.
B.
Serious business finally dropping the torpedoes down on the J line as Omni moves out to their. Oh no, I'm sorry.
You're right.
PSV still. I'm sorry. Who am I watching? Ugh, bouncing back and forth.
Torp's coming in. Oh nope, never mind.
Well,
His planes got shot down.
The Omni forces down on the bottom of the map are under a lot of pressure too. They're very, very low in that smoke cloud.
Yeah,
Yes, they
Yuri's
are.
taking hits as he tries to smoke up the battleship.
There we go. All right. PSV still clings to a 30-point lead, but Omni closing. 2 minutes to play. We're going to have another close finish here, guys.
Oh my goodness.
It's coming.
And something to note here, boys. PSV is not getting any points right now.
No, PSV's
Serious
not
count
gaining
Romney-
points.
Yeah. So this
Here
is
comes the smoke.
But a lot can happen in less than 120 seconds, and that's what we're looking at. That smoke cloud to the southeastern edge of C contains 2 or 3 very, very low health ships for Omni. War Eagle
Well,
now
we only have
charging.
90 seconds left.
90 seconds to play as War Eagle charges This Montana, Potent in front of him. Potent taking some broadside Des Moines fire. Well, they're just more like HE shells, but still. Omni about to tie the game with 80 seconds to play. Man.
Omni is about to take the lead right here. Yep, here it comes.
There's the lead change
78.
with 70 seconds left. Omni has their first lead of the match. PSV needs a kill. A single kill will flip this score, and I don't think the Ticks will allow Omni to win. Omni has to preserve all their health.
War Eagle is... Oof. Can you get the shot? Oh, well, he just goes down.
T-Kane gets the lead, or T-Kane gets the
goodness
deletion.
Gracious. A big kill there. Torps coming in. Those Torps will land nothing in that smoke. That's huge. Omni has 3 super low ships at the bottom of the board, but no one with shots on them. Flambass continuing to contest B. Potent now coming under fire at B, but that will not matter. Not really. He spots Mingyu right in front of him.
No.
There's Sparrow's Minotaur. Sparrow will probably go out right here in this salvo.
Here it comes.
Bam! There he goes.
Goodbye.
20 seconds to play. That should do it. I just don't see any way PSV can recover from that. 2 quick late kills for Omni. Flip the game, and that is going to do it, kids. 10 seconds to go. PSV needs 2 kills.
Not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
No.
Omni takes game 3. An excellent match from both teams, but Omni finishing on top.
That was good stuff. Regardless of the outcome, this series, really good stuff.
You know, I just saw a comment pop up here in the chat. Somebody said,